Hey guys, welcome back to episode 13 of Beavelguy's Technofirma Let's Play series. Episode 13, eh? Yeah. Lucky for some, unlucky for others. We'll see what happens in this one. I never really thought the series would get this far, so thank you for everyone who's been watching through. Yeah, we've got a few things to do. This is actually, wow, I've got to stop moving around. We've had a new update. I guess that's the first thing I should mention. And one of the main things that's been added is this mod that adds all of the extra sounds. It's really cool. I'm gonna have to try and not let it get too distracting though while I'm recording. But yeah, this is actually, I think, my second or third attempt starting this episode, so I'm sorry it's taken so long to get started. Dex told me last time I need to update my pack and that I would see the changes very quickly after I logged in. So I went and I tried to update the pack. I downloaded the latest, what I thought was the latest release of the game. I installed it, and I logged into my world, and everything was gone. And when I say everything, I don't mean just the buildings or, a few bits and pieces. Everything. I logged in and I landed on bedrock, and all I could see, as far as the eye could see, was bedrock, like hills and mountains. I was basically on the bottom of the world. So that was scary. Thankfully, I take backups at regular intervals, so I just restored it and it worked. And it also turned out that I had basically downloaded the wrong version of the pack. So I logged into the world, was running around. It was very anticlimactic. I couldn't see anything that was different. Yeah, and then not long after that, the pack got updated, so I thought, you know what, forget it. We'll start again fresh, and we'll go from there. So last time we made all the equipment for our electrical age world here. Building here. I've been making little bits of silicon. Oh, there we go. The sand's finished, so I'll put that in again. Ooh, booster slot. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's the one. I know what I'm doing. I promise. Yeah, it's keeping up okay. Every so often I have to top it up. I'll just do I have some in here? Yeah, I'll grab a couple of stacks of slabs and I'll just come and shove them into the furnaces here. I like burning slabs because it goes through a stack like this really, really quickly, and I don't want these batteries to overfill and for there to be explosions and stuff, so it lets me keep a little bit more control about it. But this episode, I'm intending to replace all of these stupid torches that are all over the place that I have to be constantly relighting, like this one. But I don't want to just have lights that are on all the time. I want to have a little bit more control over it. I only want the bulbs to be switching on at nighttime, for example, and all the street lights I'm going to make. I want to have separate circuits for each of the buildings, if I can pull that off, so I can just like run into a building, hit the light switch and, have some light while I'm working, and then like switch the lights off when I leave. I've also been working a ton. Well, I know I say that all the time. That's my usual excuse. But I've been working a lot again this week, and so I haven't really had much time to record a proper episode. So what I've been doing is just doing a bunch of mining off camera. So got a little bit of gold, a tiny little bit of coal, mined a bunch more copper. So we've got some more copper to play with. Gonna need that. What else have we got? Let's pick one of these because I'm going to need it in a minute. Been slowly working on building up our supply of charcoal. Where is it here? Yeah, there we go. So I've got a whole bunch of charcoal now as well. But like I went mining. I got through like a couple of bronze pickaxe, and then I made an iron pickaxe. And between all of that stuff, I mined those resources. But I also went and mined a whole bunch of hematite. I found a couple. Like 2 veins of normal hematite, so I just basically mined that until my pick broke. Was it 24 per? Yeah, 24 each. I wanted to make some more iron because I'm going to need a ton of it. I worked out how much I need to make the circuitry for all the lights and everything, and I need an absolute ton, not to mention how much I need for like the lamps themselves. Oh yeah, I made brass too. That's over here somewhere. Thankfully, I forgot to turn off Wayla, so we can see that's the brass ingots right there. 30 of them. That should be plenty for making a few lamps. But yeah, I need to basically cook up all that iron, all of the iron in those chests to see how much we have. I'd like to maybe get at least a small blast furnace going too. But to make the iron, I need to have a pick, so I'm going to have to make another iron pickaxe so I can break the blooms once they're done. But yeah, I just thought I'd cut back in because it's been so long, give you a quick update. I'm going to get to work on processing all of those materials, and then when I cut back in, I'll hopefully have all the raw materials, and we can start making the lights for our little village here. Alright, thanks guys, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, yeah, episode 13 is definitely turning into an unlucky episode for me. Well, I say unlucky, basically I'm just making a lot of stupid mistakes. I just recorded a whole segment and it turned out that I wasn't actually recording, unfortunately. All I was doing is giving a quick update. Oh, they're done now. Great. These are actually the last two blooms out of all that iron. This is over a real life day later. I've pretty much just been AFKing here in the blacksmith, just refilling the bloomeries whenever they run out. We've gone through pretty much all of our charcoal, but thankfully having all those coke ovens has helped. Yes, we've got a stack and a little bit of charcoal left. But that'll refill fairly quickly. I'm not planning on mining more iron for a while unless we really have to. So that'll slowly build back up. I shall add these back into the chest. So that's all the iron ore we've got left. It'll do for red dye, I suppose, for now, but not much else. And they've got this whole thing of blooms as well. They're almost all the 600 ones, but we've got a couple of 800s left. I just used up some of the rich iron I had left over. The main thing that I'm sad I missed, I made... Because, like, I noticed while I was bored in AFK in that room, wow, that machinery is loud, I realized that I had all the stuff I needed to make one of the portable axes from Electrical Age. So I made the charger, and I made the portable axe here. And, yeah, I wanted to see if I could use that to help me chop down all the greatwood trees I've been using for all the charcoal. And it doesn't work, basically. I mean, it's really, really quick for breaking individual... Whoa. Wooden sort of structures. It's quicker than I thought it was, actually. I haven't actually tried that on a fence before. So it'll be good for when we're building things. I think it might actually work on the normal Technofirma craft trees. We'll have to try that at some point. But it doesn't work for Greatwood. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's intended. I'll have to ask Dex about that at some point. But it's taken absolutely ages just to get all those blooms cooked up. One thing Better Sleeping's been removed, and I am really, really happy about that. You'll notice the bar's not there in the top left of the screen anymore. It means that we don't have to worry about falling asleep. We don't have to make sure we sleep at night. Otherwise, we'll be tired and walking around slowly all day. I'm really, really happy about that. But one other thing Dex has done to balance that is he's disabled sleeping altogether. So you used to be able to fill up your bloomeries, like wait until the night, sleep, and then they'd be done, and you just rinse and repeat. You can't do that anymore, so I had to do this the slow way. It's fine, it's just taking a bit of time. What I'm going to have to do now is basically work through this chest of blooms, and I'll do it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe say 10 at a time. And I don't really care about my coal, because I can just go mining for some more if I need some. Which chest was it? This one. Take, like, I don't know, a stack of that for now. I'll go in and I'll light all 3 of these forges. Fill them up. I'll light them in a sec. And I'll get like 10 blooms going at a time, and I'll use the other forge for like overflows. So when I split the blooms, if I haven't managed to, you know, cook them all before they cool down, I'll just stick them in the third one and let them heat up and finish them off. And I'm just going to work through all of that iron now, see how much we get, and then I will cut back in and we'll finish off all of our lighting and see how much we have left, because I have a feeling we're actually going to have enough iron to make our blast furnace, so we'll be able to get some steel. Alright guys, I will, well, probably won't be tonight for me in real life, but I will cut back in when I've got all that done, and then we can finish off the episode and see what we can do. Thanks very much, see you in a sec. Okay guys, I think we are finally ready. I've just been working on making some more cheese. My food situation is getting pretty bad. Everything's decayed. It's taken me so long to make all the stuff for this. But I've, oh, actually, before we do that, I've got to show you this. This is what's left from the iron I made. There was absolutely tons of it. So I think we're definitely going to make some, make our blast furnace for next episode. Love that sound. Anyway, I kind of planned out roughly where I want to put all the equipment here. I'm going to have to try and do it a little bit from memory. I actually have a photograph for my creative world, so I'm going to try and follow that a little bit. But yeah, the way this is going to work is I want a few different light circuits here. So with electrical age, when you're doing lighting, the easiest way to do it is to make one of these lamp supplies here. And they sort of wirelessly broadcast power to your lamps that you have dotted around the place, but they do have limited range. So that might be an issue here. I'm just going to do these 3 buildings here to start with, because they're quite close to each other, so I think we can definitely reach those. And if I can, I'll try and get it over to the windmill on the other side. But you can have one kind of circuit per lamp supply. And I don't know, maybe you can do a couple of controls per circuit, but I want the different buildings to have different sort of controls. So I want to have one circuit for all of our outdoor kind of street lamps, and I want them to switch on automatically when it gets dark, but I don't want them on all day, because it's going to waste the bulbs we have, because they don't last forever. I also want it to switch on when it rains, because then it gets a bit dark and gloomy. It'd be nice to have a bit of light to brighten things up. I also want to have separate circuits inside the buildings with their own light switches, so they don't switch on every night all night. And again, they're wasting power and they're wasting our light bulbs. I want to be able to just go in, hit the switch, work away in the nice and bright environment, and then switch them off on my way out. So that means I need 4 different lamp boxes here. I'm going to do the outdoor circuit first, because that's the most complicated one. And let's see, I'm going to have this power's feeding, coming in from like the circuit by the batteries inside there. We're going to need a couple of relays, because this is going to have 2 different sensors which control the circuits on them. One of them is going to be a daylight sensor, so if I put that here, I'm going to have to rotate these in a minute. Electrical probe, another electrical probe, and then we're going to use a weather sensor on this side. Let's rotate these. See, they connect up. You don't have to connect everything with cables. A lot of stuff connects automatically. See how this isn't connecting? It's because it only has like a sensor cable input on one side, so we're going to have to rotate this one, like so. And then we're going to put a couple of power cables here, like this. And our lamp supply box is going to connect one of these. Now, so see how that hasn't connected? It's because you have to put cables into these. So if I put a cable into this, and this is where you name your channel as well. So I'm going to actually leave this one as the default channel, so I don't have to rename all of my lamps every time I put an outdoor one on, because I think most of the lamps are going to be on this channel. So we'll leave that as the default channel. And then I need to rotate this. Oh, is that right? Oh, of course, it's raining now. If it gets really bad, I'll pause the video and start again when it stops raining. It rains all the time at the moment. I think it's because I can't sleep, and that seems to reset the timer on it, and I can't pass the rain either. It's driving me crazy. But in here, this is an electrical probe, and this is where you can measure your inputs. So if I put signal cable in there, oh, you heard that? I don't know if you heard that click. It's detected that it's raining, which is good. It means things are working. The problem with like the rain sensor, the weather sensor, is that it has a couple of outputs and they're quite weak. I was having trouble with it. Oh, of course that's going. Oh, whatever. We'll survive. I was having trouble getting it to actually switch this off, so I found that if I use the electrical probe and I get it to, I've been playing around with these values, around 12.5 and 12. And we'll validate that. That gives a nice sort of range, like when the power from this reaches those between those ranges, it sends 100% output to this switch, and that'll turn the lights on. This one you have to set to normally closed, just because of the way the signal output from the daylight sensor works. Is this going to work yet? That way. And the problem with the daylight sensor is it takes a little while to switch off when the sun comes up, and then it takes a while to switch on when it starts getting dark as well. I want to have more light for more of the night but less of the day. So same thing again, we're going to change our signal input here, 12.5 and 12, and we'll validate that. And that's basically that circuit sorted out. So, well, let's do our other ones quickly. This is going to be a little bit more difficult because I have to try and do it from memory. Let's see, we're going to have power cable running along here. And then we'll go relay. The point of these relays, by the way, is they let you control whether or not power is going through to the lamp box. So like if I put that there now, put a little power cable, we'll say this is going to be the blacksmith. Hit enter, otherwise it'll lose what you've entered into there. And we're going to control that with a wireless signal receiver. Turn you. Oh, and this is the wrong way round. Yeah, there we go. It's connected. And we're going to say this also is going to have a channel called blacksmith. Enter. You can leave these as default. It works fine just like this. And then we'll put another relay here with another lamp box, and we'll call this one EA building. We need a better name for this building, guys. I'm open to suggestions. Put that in there, and then that connects, and that's going to be controlled by this wireless receiver. And then if I put another wireless receiver here, and the last relay here, with another lamp box on top, open that up. We will call this one stonemason. Rename this thing as well. Stonemason. And we're going to need some power for that one too. Now we can extend this, I think one. Maybe if I wrap it around the corner, we could do 2 more circuits. So if we want to, we can do that. And then we should be pretty much good to go, I think. So like let's try some street lights. So I've got some street lights here, got some wireless switches. We'll need those in a minute. Robust lamps, some 50 volt. These are economic bulbs. I hope this works, actually. I didn't realize they were unnamed. That's going to be interesting. Let's take some extra cable just in case. Oh, got stacks of it here. This will do. Let's see. Bulbs, wire. Yeah, okay. Now it's nighttime, so they should switch on automatically. If I put down a lamp, there you go, street lamp. We want it to be powered by the lamp supply. We'll put a bulb in there. Electrical cable. We have light! So I'm going to place a bunch of these around. I don't know, we'll have to think about what to do with these robust lamp sockets. So like, for example, I could put... Don't need you anymore. If I, like, I don't know, put a robust lamp there. Ooh, I like how that looks. I really do like these. You have to put another bulb in there. We're going to say this was the EA building circuit. EA building. Put another cable in there. And if I put... Where should we put our light switch? Let's just put it on the wall here. Trying to remember how this works. I had to right click it whilst holding down the wrench key. EA building. Now hopefully yeah, that's not working. Forgotten which one's which now. So, oh yeah, that's because I forgot to name this thing. That's very important, and that's why I knew I was going to do something like that. EA building, enter, connected. Oh, here comes the stink. Hit that. And we have light inside our electrical age building. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna cut, get some food, place down a bunch more of these lights, and then I'll cut back in and I'll show you guys the finished product. I'll see you in a bit. Let there be light. Oh, finally, we've got it. Oh, it feels good. We've finally got some light around the place. This isn't final. I think I'll probably tweak the layout of this a little bit. I managed to get the lights to extend all the way over to the windmill there. Pretty happy about that. And I did actually make another circuit so I can go into the windmill and switch the lights on in there as well. Yeah, pretty happy with this so far. I don't know what we're going to do for the next episode. There's a bunch of projects that I want to work on. One of them is the coke oven tower over there. That's bothering me because I have to keep going in, refilling it. I can't keep planting the greatwood trees where I was doing them over there because when they grow, they've been lagging me out like crazy. So I need to make another spot for them. I was actually thinking of maybe starting into another mod soon. I don't know if I'll do it in the next episode or the one after, but I think blood magic would be a fun thing to do. Maybe I was actually thinking of putting the altar up here somewhere, like make a path that comes up the side there, all the way up here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll play around with a few ideas. But I think next episode, definitely blast furnace. Maybe we'll work on the coke oven tower a little bit or something else. I'm not sure. But I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's been watching these videos so far. I mean, I'm a tiny channel, but I've got a few subscribers, and you guys have been watching pretty consistently, and I'm appreciating all the comments and everything as well. That's what really makes it worthwhile, hearing that people are enjoying it, or coming up with ideas, either in the comments of the videos or just messaging me or whatever. One thing that I think Chair Table Window has suggested is maybe changing the color of these walkways to the more browny color of concrete that I was considering originally. I think that might actually be interesting. One thing I'm noticing is that we haven't got a lot of contrast, or rather the buildings are kind of blending in a little bit to the background. So, we need a little bit of color as well. We've got little splashes of brown every so often, but it's all brown and gray. So yeah, I'll see what I can come up with. But for now, because this is way longer than usual, I want to say thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.